Hi, everyone. Welcome. Surprise! Look who's back. This is Racquel
and Ash.
We are welcoming you back once again to the Raq and Ash Podcast. Ash is here with a surprise to share with us, but we did take a little hiatus, a little break, so that Ash can fill us in later on about why we did so. But we're happy to know that our viewers missed us. Thank you for the messages. Thank you for the reach outs. Thank you for all the congratulatory wishes. I'm sure Ash will share more and more. But we're here and we're back, and we just wanted to take this moment and this episode to really just play catch up.
Yes.
And to just talk about the great news, and to even tell you a little bit about what's going to happen, like the next steps for the show. Yes. So welcome, Ash.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay.
So why am I asking her how she's feeling? Drum roll. Ashley.
I'm 6.5 months pregnant. Yay. There's a bun baking in the oven, y'all. So yes, that's why.
Congratulations. We're very happy for you. I'm sure the entire Raq and Ash podcast viewer list and audience, they're all happy for you and wishing you blessings and best wishes. Yes. So
thank you guys. Yes, and it is a girl, by the way. So I'm very excited. My husband and I are really excited. So yes, that's the big announcement, and that's why we've been on many reasons we've been on a hiatus, but yes, we need that downtime, the summertime, and yeah, so it's exciting. So yeah.
And we do appreciate, again, our loyal viewers for hanging in there and, just waiting patiently to see what was happening with the show and the episodes. But Ash did need some rest time. As we all know, as women, pregnancy can affect everyone very differently. Mm-hmm. Everyone has their own journey. This is Ash's first baby.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll roll right into that. What has that been like for you since learning you were pregnant, and then just kind of experiencing what you've experienced for the, I guess, first and now second trimester?
Yes. So the first, was it took a lot of energy out of my body. I'll be very honest. It wasn't the most fun. I definitely experienced a lot of the symptoms that come with being pregnant, and there's no way you could prepare for what's to come, because as Racquel said, everyone has their own individual journey. So even if I thought things were going to be a certain way, it was just a complete surprise. So, but I will say the great thing about it is that every time I went to the doctor, good news, no risk of anything or anything of kind of any health related issues. The baby's doing fine. I'm doing okay. Just, those things that you can't avoid happening. But now being in the beginning of the third trimester, it's good. I'm starting to feel the baby move a lot, and that's exciting. So yeah, just taking everything a day at a time.
Yeah, that's all we can do.
Yes.
And then again, if you've ever had a baby or been pregnant, you know that each pregnancy is different. The symptoms, the complications, the side effects of everything, so sometimes it's unfortunate when, you have the longer stretch of morning sickness or lethargic feelings and things like that. But, at the end, it's such a blessing to experience bringing a child into this world, and to carry, we were talking about that behind the scenes, the fact that, you carry a child for 9 months or whatever your term is. And then, at the end of that, such a blessing, such miracle that happens in your belly as a woman, for those 9 months.
Yes.
And bringing a life into the world. So we are very, very powerful daughters of God.
Of the Lord. Amazing.
Yeah. What has surprised you the most in the pregnancy, I guess?
How every new trimester brings on a new feeling. Like it's really interesting to explain. Like at 3 months, I was like, oh, okay, like maybe the morning sickness will stop, and it didn't. And I was just like, okay, but most people say this, but that's when that kind of customized individual journey. Thought came in like, oh, well, no two pregnancies are alike. So that was kind of continuing for a while. And then when the second trimester was done, like, they say, oh, you're going to start to feel the baby kick a lot. I'm feeling the baby kick a lot. And so it was after the struggle, it was kind of nice to feel like, oh, wow, there's a human in there, like, and then she's coming. And so, yeah, it gets me excited in spite of what, the hard parts of the journey,
Yeah.
So, yeah, very unexpected.
It's all worth it. All worth it.
Absolutely.
But yes, I have 3 sons and all 3 very different pregnancies. And I mean, your first, it's nobody prepares you, like you said, for the things that happen to your body, the changes. And then by the second, you're kind of like, a little bit better and, you can manage a bit, more. And by the third, like, it's the same joke, right? Like people say with the kids, like the first child, everything that goes wrong, you're like, oh my God, what's going on? The second, you're kind of more, in tune and manage. And by the third, you're like, pick yourself up and, dust yourself off. So that's how it felt like for the third pregnancy as well. Yeah. It's like you become, more adept to handling what your body goes through. And even though it's different, it's just still, it's more maturity too, I think. Okay. Yeah. And what are you most looking forward to other than the baby? Of course, we know.
I don't know.
As a first-time mom, like, what do you think, is something that, will bring you the most joy? Of course, taking care of your baby, but what are you most looking forward to?
So much, honestly. Like, it's kind of hard to put that into one answer, but first off, knowing it's a girl, like I would have been happy with either boy or girl, but I am a real feminine, girly woman. So to be able to like take care of a daughter and do her hair and like, just teach her the things that I've learned as a woman over time, that's really exciting for me to just know that that's going to be my norm, my new norm, and yeah, just those unexpected things too, being able to share the word with her and being able to sit down and give her life lessons. Like that's just exciting for me. Celebrating a first birthday, like everything about it,
Good.
It's exciting.
Well, we hope to see the journey more and more as Ash, welcome Ash and her hubby welcomes the baby into the world. We're looking forward to it. And of course, I know the viewers will be happy to, see.
Oh, yes. We'll have pictures.
So, we normally play our game of this or that. So I think today's version, Ash came up with some, pregnancy related questions that we can all chime in about.
Yes.
And I think the first one is sweet and salty.
So like, first one is for this or that. What were your cravings during, let's pick a pregnancy. If it's first, second, or third, whichever one.
I'll talk about my first because the second and third, I really didn't have any out of the box cravings, anything weird. At least I don't think so. But for my first, so I had 3 months of morning sickness, really bad. Wow. And then after that, all I ate was beef and broccoli and white rice. Yes.
Beef and broccoli of all
Beef
things.
and broccoli and white rice. That's all I craved. That's all I wanted. There was something, with that palate. Like it just satisfied whatever I needed to eat. And I ate that. Beef and broccoli, yes, and white rice.
Beef, broccoli, and white rice. The Chinese food?
Chinese food.
I just have to clarify.
Chinese food, yes.
Interesting.
Chinese food.
Okay.
And yeah, I picked that one, like I said, because that one stood out to me the most of what I ate.
Right.
For the second and third, I think I ate normally. Actually, for my third though, I had a more severe case of morning sickness. For the first 3 months. I wasn't eating, like worse than the first. Wow. And I did have to have like, the IVs and all of that. But again, no food cravings. Okay. That I can think of. What about you?
So, I mean, we're talking salty or sweet. When I think of the food, because I also had the morning sickness too as well, but I think, when did it end? Like officially, like a little before 5 months, Daddy? Yeah.
Daddy's behind the camera.
Sorry, y'all. Yes. I think it was long. It was really long. It wasn't as bad the entire time. I think towards the end it did kind of subside, but it was really, really intense and same. Had to go get the IVs and everything, but I wanted pizza so bad, and my doctor was like, "Don't eat it because it's gonna make the tomato sauce, the acidity will probably encourage the morning sickness." So as soon as I was in the clear, you better believe the first thing I do was say, "Let's go get a pizza," and I ate it and pretty much ate a pizza. What? Maybe like 4 or 5 pizzas, like
4 or 5 pizzas
in a week.
Or slice
Pizza pies pizza. In a week. Hope my doctor's not watching. She'll be upset. But I will say the consistent craving is sweet stuff.
Sweet,
yeah. I like sweet candies, chocolates, things like that have been the most consistent craving.
Yeah. Salty, I guess, is my answer.
Yeah,
because the beef and broccoli is salty. Yeah,
exactly.
And I mean, I'm a sweet person. Like I love sweets, but I don't think I ate sweets in an overhaul during the pregnancy. It was more salt, like chips and chow, and Yeah.
We kind of already answered the second question. Which was morning sickness.
Oh.
Yes or no? So we both experienced that.
Yeah. It's very rare. I've met some women who were not touched by morning sickness, and God bless them. But I feel like somehow or the other, you get either it's 1 month, 3 months. Some people, unfortunately, have their entire pregnancies
so bad.
where they are, affected by this. But, it's all the hormones.
Yeah.
Your body goes through so much changes that it's just bound to happen. Like, the ups and downs of everything. Can you imagine? Like, your body's preparing to deliver a human being. Like, so
it is amazing. I was watching a video and I was like, wow, like this is what's happening on the inside. Like organs are being pushed aside to make room for a baby. And like you said, the hormones are going crazy. Like I remember even in the beginning, my heart would race a lot. And my doctor was like, it's normal. Like, don't be worried or concerned. Just make sure you take deep breaths and all these different things. So yeah, it's a lot. But like I said, the morning sickness for me, it was intense in the beginning, but I think after a while it kind of subsided. So thank God for that.
Yeah. And the baby's probably like, move that heart out of here.
I need imagine? Move that liver.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. So, how was your mood? Were you moody during your pregnancy or relaxed?
Not relaxed on a normal day. The first pregnancy, again, I think I had more emotional up and down. The second, stable. And then the third, I was just busy. We were moving and, things like that. I was very active, very, very active with the third. And yeah, I don't think I experienced as much emotional, up and down.
Right.
And what about you?
I mean... Well, Dad, I don't know what Dad would say, but I think I mean, my moods were more just because of dealing with the morning sickness. That was really difficult. But what are you saying back there? No moods? I don't think I had mood swings, but there were points when that got me very emotional. That's I was like, Lord, like I really want to enjoy the process. And so I'm grateful for this period where it has been a lot more at ease. You can enjoy it, but in truth, that was hard. But I wouldn't say I was an extremely moody individual.
I don't think I think mood is not the right, word. Maybe it's more of your emotions are going through. Because I remember, and even with my first, I used to watch the baby channel. And torture myself and watch every delivery and cry and because so I used to do that.
It's so funny. I follow this page on Instagram and almost every time I go on, what do they show? A woman giving birth. And I'm just like, oh Lord God, I can't. But it is good to see, it's kind of mentally prepare myself for the process. But yes. So carrying, did you carry high or low? They say boys are low and they say girls are high. So I think I poke out a lot. So what about you?
I think, again, I couldn't tell. I don't think I could have. Everybody has an opinion of if you're high or low.
What did you hear a lot, I guess you could say?
I did hear a lot of, like with Joshua and Daniel, the second and the third, the belly was just more a belly. Like a ball, Like it was just more defined,
Right.
more,
Mhm.
and I think it's also because my first pregnancy, I was young. I didn't know much.
Right.
They say eat for two.
Mhm.
You eat for two. I gained a lot of weight with my
Was the
first
first?
pregnancy. And with my second, with Joshua, I was just on par with the 35 pounds or whatever
Right.
you're supposed to gain. And then with Daniel, I think I was even better. Like it was just
Wow.
more healthy eating, more home cooked meals. At that point, my
Okay.
body was just,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I don't know. And it's so funny because during the day, I noticed it changes. Did it shift for you? Like in the morning, it could look kind of flat. And then in the nighttime, I'm like, why do I feel so poked out? So it does change. But I would say for the most part, I do feel a little more like rounded.
Rounded, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. I think you are carrying around.
It
I
feels
think so.
so.
Yeah.
Lastly, I guess for your first, was the pregnancy planned or was it a complete surprise?
With Luke, it was planned and the surprise, I guess,
Mhm.
because he was our first.
Right.
And then with Joshua, definitely planned. God, that was God. I fasted. I had a miscarriage the year before, and I went into a prayer and fast. I think it was January with the church. You know how, and that was my prayer and fast. My prayer and fast was for Josh, and the month the prayer and fast ended, I think, in January. Josh's people.
Josh.
The prayer and fast ended, I think, in like January or like early February, and I was pregnant.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was pregnant.
Look at the Lord. I love that. Yes.
So Joshua is I mean, my children, all of them, Luke, Joshua, and Daniel. But just in that season, it was right after a miscarriage.
Right.
Yeah.
So for me, surprise.
It was a surprise?
Yes. And there's a story there, I'll say. Or more of a testimony, I should say, in a similar sense. My husband and I just kind of came to this point where we were like, you know what, Lord, this is approaching the third year of our marriage. We're ready for a child. It wasn't really happening. And we were like, I was starting to get a little frustrated. And I was just like, I can't keep stressing over this. And so I went into the Word and I started reading about the mothers of the Bible. So about Hannah, who had Eli, and she cried and wept, and she came to this point where she had to wipe her face and just say, you know what, God, I'm going to believe, and sorry, not Eli, Samuel and Eli had spoken to her, the priest, and said, like, go home and the Lord will give you this blessing. And so I started declaring those words over that whole situation. Mary, how she just went into praise when she found out this miracle of her birth. And I said, Lord, the Bible says that you could allow conception. So we came to this point where we said, you know what, when you want this to happen, it's going to happen in the right season, at the right time. And so we left it at that. We went about our life. I, moved forward from thinking about it so much. Not even 2 months later, we found out we were pregnant. And I was just like, that's all you. You want her here now. So that's really for any woman who says, I want this to happen. Just know, first off, the Lord has prompted me to start praying for women who are want to be mothers and who are just waiting for that gift to happen. Because you got to believe that He's the one who's in control of that. We could plan to say, oh, I want this to happen. But when He wants it to happen, it'll happen. So we don't have to stress over it. We can just be at peace knowing that when it's meant to be, it's going to happen. Yeah. So,
and I do want to, as you're speaking, it just impressed upon me. And I do want to say this too, like, whatever path you choose to become a mother, it's a blessing, right? Because I know some women who were told they would never have children, and then they were either adopting and then the Lord blessed them. Yeah. So, or, there are so many women who struggle with fertility issues and things like that. Mm-hmm. So just know that whatever your journey is, as we shared, with God in it, right? It'll always be God's timing and perfect path and all of that. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it is a difficult journey. It is a difficult struggle, and our hearts go out to you. Yes. And it's so good that you said that, you're being led to pray for women more and more, because I don't know, there's just recently, we had this discussion. It seems like younger and younger women are having more issues. I don't know if it's the food we're eating, it's the environment, whatever it is, but younger and younger, even as you all know, when I speak about breast cancer, younger and younger, the diagnoses are happening. And the same for women's health. The younger and younger women are either having, crazy menstrual cycles and endometriosis and all of these, internal issues. So if it's one advice I can keep reiterating is, please take care of your health. Please get things checked out. Early detection is better, and just even with pregnancies, the more you take care of your body, the healthier you will be, the healthier the journey and the pregnancy will be. And you just have to, pray.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
so what is
this for that?
Yeah. What is a piece of advice so again, we talk about this, right? Pregnancy is one of those topics where everyone has an opinion, an old wives' tale, a new wives' tale, a Caribbean tale, whatever it is. But, it all comes together somehow, right? Whether it's true or it's not true or whatever, it's just also culture and, the way we were raised and things like that. But now that you have gone through, the most difficult parts of the pregnancy, what is something like, what is a piece of advice you can give to someone?
I think, like you said, we were talking off, the video, but just remembering that when this happens for you, that you can't always listen to all different advice. Take it in and appreciate it, but just understand that this is your individual journey and you have to do as you are led to do. And because it's interesting that I remember there was a point when my doctor was like, people will probably say I shouldn't tell you to have carbs right now. But if all you can keep down is carbs while you're sick, make sure you're nourished, make sure you have something in your body. And that was true, but then there are other things that are suggested that I was like, oh, that didn't really work for me, so it truly, if I had to tell people how my journey was, I bet no other woman could relate to it entirely because it's individual. So just prepare for the fact that it's not something you could read in a book. And when this baby decides to come, she's going to come regardless of the schedule, the date that they gave me. It's whenever she comes, So really, this is a true customized journey. And it's good to always remember that and not to overly think, because of course, in the beginning, I was overthinking everything. And, I can't do that. Can't sit like that. Can't eat that way. Can't think that way, because that's just entirely too much. It's best to just try to stay relaxed, take everything a day at a time. And that's the best advice I can give, to take everything a day at a time.
And I think use your own judgment too for what's healthy and what's safe, right? The most important thing is safety.
Yes.
With pregnancy. Anyone who knows me, I fell in my first pregnancy. I fell in my third pregnancy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What was going on?
I don't know. I fall.
Oh, you just fell.
Every year I fall.
Oh no.
No, I'm just kidding. But no, I fell in an airport going, but there was spilling on the floor and I didn't see. But I just don't pay attention to how I walk. So anybody who's watching and knows me, they'll be like, yep, Racquel doesn't watch where she walks. But and then in my third pregnancy, we were moving into this house and I came to meet with the realtor, and the back door where the bathroom was, they had a leak. So there was water and I didn't see it. So I came and thank God everything was safe and my children are, healthy and, good. Yep.
Yes. Thank God for that.
We all have adventures. Hey, up here. The Raq and Ash Podcast. As you know, we took a hiatus. We came back. We had this lovely, lovely catch-up episode. And Ash is going to be taking a little bit of time as
maternity leave, y'all.
Yes,
for obvious reasons.
Yes. And just, taking the time to be healthy and strong and ready to welcome her new baby girl, both her and hubby, Tim. and we want them to absolutely do that and focus on building their family. So this next season, we're going to tell you a little bit more about that, but we do want to wish you a safe and healthy delivery. And, as the next season goes by,
yes, I'll definitely be popping back up. Don't worry,
give
guys.
us some updates.
Yes, just need some time, but when the time presents itself, you'll see me again with my girl, Raq, okay?
Yes. And we will definitely be, saying it's the
Raq
and the Ash podcast. But for now, we're just doing a little comma.
Yes.
Right? And
exactly.
Ash will take the well-rested delivery and time to bring in baby.
Oh, yes.
While Ashley is on maternity leave, the Let Your Light So Shine episodes will continue, and with a very more intentional focus on the work that the company does. Mm-hmm. So for those of you who are joining us for the first time, or those of you who are, continuous viewers, the Let Your Light So Shine company is a consulting company. We work with nonprofits, small businesses, community leaders, just to ensure that the resources, the development, the operations, any and everything that you can think about that is necessary for an organization or an entity to be successful and to thrive in a community is happening from the ground up. So in serving a lot of the underserved populations and the communities and the partnerships, I would love to then take this next season and give some of the organizations, some of the small businesses, opportunities to either be a guest feature or a guest host, where we can definitely talk about the programs and the services that are offered or the resources that's out there. There's so much happening, not just in the world, but especially in New York City. Yeah. So the resources definitely needs to meet and align with the people who are in need. And that's the greatest need that I see now, working as a consultant and working in the community. I want to ensure, which is part of the mission of the company, want to ensure that the resources are aligned with the needs, and that the people who are well deserving of the resources and the needs are getting the training, are getting the programs, are getting the initiatives that's necessary. Mm-hmm. So I would love to invite any organization, any small business, any community leader, any guest who has so much to offer that you would definitely want to just participate and share all about the work that is happening and the work that we're doing. Or even if you have an event going on, mm-hmm. if you have something, a product, if you have a business, if you have any initiative that you would like to get the word out there about, we would love to use this platform to make sure that we are spreading our mission as well, far and wide, and that we are supporting and spreading God's word and loving God's people and doing what we are called to do. Yes. So we thank you for that. And anything you want to say before?
Well, I'll miss you all, but I'll be back.
Yes.
And yeah, Racquel, just know I'm here always supporting and always praying, and I'm a phone call away.
Yes. And right before we sign off from this episode, I do want to just share about the two initiatives that's happening. We all know what Hurricane Melissa has done to the island of Jamaica. We all have roots and ties there in that country and family. So Let Your Light So Shine has turned out to be a really large-scale relief effort. We are grateful for all the donations and all the support thus far. We have boots on the ground in Jamaica. We are partnering and partnered with another organization there that is distributing all of the donated items and getting the relief and the support into the hands where that really needs it, right? So please continue to support if you want to do so. If you want to find out how, just message me, message us. Yes. If you want to, we can still access all of that. Reach out to me via phone, email, text, Instagram, all of the above. And we would love, your support. As this relief will continue. It's really a lot that's happening down there, and the need is growing larger and larger. And of course, the Let Your Light So Shine has a toy drive where we help underserved children in the community. and that is going full swing as we speak. If you would like to donate a toy, if you would like to contribute to the toy drive, we are happy to welcome you as a volunteer, as a participant, as a donor. Please feel free to reach out. There are so many children that are going to be even more in need from the previous years because of the lack of benefits, the lack of resources and funding that's out there. So one of the greatest things that the company and our mission and what we like to do is to make sure that those in need are getting even if it's a little gift, even if it's some sort of joy or some sort of just give back. So we are just truly grateful for all that the Lord has blessed this company to be able to do. And we will continue to be a blessing to others with your help and with your support. We are grateful. We are humbled by it. And we are thankful and looking forward to doing more in 2026. So again, this is
Raq
and the Ash signing off of this episode. Thank you so much. And we love you. And we look forward to the new year.
Bye. Bye.
So as our initiatives continue for the end of the year, we all know what Hurricane Melissa has done to the island of Jamaica. And you've seen the posters and the flyers on my Instagram and all of the relief effort that has been happening to help those in need. Our relief effort has turned into such a large scale support, and I'm so grateful and tremendously thankful for the donors and the supporters and the boots on the ground people in Jamaica. Shout out to Shane and his team in Jamaica. But we are happily sourcing things here and getting it ready to be delivered and distributed in the island. And we thank you. That is still happening. It will still be an ongoing initiative and relief effort. So please, if you want to continue donating, reach out to me, Instagram, text, email, however it is. Just wave the flag and please continue to support and help the people and those who are in need. There's a tremendous need, and the need is only growing greater and greater. And we all have ties to the country somehow or the other, but we do appreciate your support. As always, we are so grateful that our toy drive is in full swing right now. Thank you to SJU Harmony and our partners at St. John's, and to all the other businesses and entities, Push Fitness on Jericho Turnpike, and Damaro Hair Studio in Glen Cove. We appreciate you and we thank you, and we are looking forward to supporting some kids in needs and in the underserved communities. So thank you so much again for supporting Let Your Light So Shine and all the great work that we're doing. Happy holidays.